In this video, we'll be discussing ways to spot horny women, and later on, we'll give you practical things to do afterward. 1. She bites her lips seductively when you're talking. It is not uncommon for people, including women, to engage in various forms of nonverbal communication when they are attracted to someone. Biting one's lips can be a subconscious or deliberate way for us to signal our interest in another person. It is often seen as a flirty or seductive gesture and can be a way for a person to draw attention to their lips or mouth. When a woman looks at you with a smile and bites her lips, it most likely means that she's interested in kissing you. This can also be a cue from her that she is horny and wants something sexual with you. Some people may bite their lips when they feel nervous or self-conscious, and this could also be the case for a girl who likes a guy. It is worth noting that not all women will bite their lips when they like someone, and this behavior may vary from person to person. 2. The flirtatious stare. A flirtatious stare is another nonverbal behavior that a woman may use to get a guy's attention or to signal her interest in him. It is a subtle form of flirting that involves making eye contact with someone and then looking away, either quickly or slowly, in a way that is intended to be inviting or alluring. There are a few different ways that a girl might use a flirtatious glare to call a guy's attention. One common method is when a girl makes eye contact with a guy she's interested in and looks away almost immediately, or decides to lock eyes for a few seconds and then with a shy smile takes her gaze away. This gesture can be interpreted as a sign of interest or attraction, as it suggests that the girl is interested in the guy but is also feeling a bit self-conscious and confident at the same time. But if the woman is feeling horny and wants to communicate to a guy that she doesn't just like him but wants something sexual, she stares at him in a way that makes the guy feel like they're both already naked to her. This look is something like sleepy eyes with a touch of sensuality. This is more noticeable when you're lip close to her. 3. She makes you notice her body. There are a variety of ways that a woman can try to get a guy to notice her body when she is interested in him. Some of these strategies may be more subtle, while others may be more overt or direct. One way that a girl might try to get a guy to notice her body is by dressing in a way that flatters her figure and showcases her physical attributes. This could involve wearing clothing that fits well, accentuates her curves, or draws attention to specific areas of her body that she's confident about. For example, a girl might wear a form-fitting dress or a low-cut top to highlight her breasts, or she might choose to wear high heels to elongate her leg. Although there are different reasons why women would dress in a way to make their body noticeable to the man they like to attract sexually, most women would do this to feel confident about themselves, while other women just wear some flirtatious clothing innocently with no intentions of dragging particular guy's attention to her body. Another way, a woman can try to make you notice her body is the way she twists her waist when she walks toward you or leaves the room, especially if she knows you're staring at her. 4. She steers the conversation towards sex. Another thing a woman that's feeling horny would most likely do is steer your conversation towards sex. When she's in the mood, all she's thinking about is how to strip you off your clothes and have a taste of you. But she can't possibly do that. She respects your boundaries and would want to know if you both are on the same page. She would try to shift your conversation towards sex just to put your mind on what she's interested in. Some women do this because they feel comfortable talking about sex with the man they're with and not because they want anything sexual with him. But other women would talk about sex because they want to build a sexual connection with him. She can go as far as telling you about some intimate or personal experiences and thoughts. She would most likely do this to make you know she's turned on and to initiate a sexual encounter with you. 5. She makes you feel like a strong man. Women like to make their men feel strong and masculine, especially when they want something from them. Anything, not just sex. For example, a woman that lifts the couch in the living room to sweep the floor might pretend to be unable to do it in the presence of her partner just to get help from him in lifting the couch. Or a woman would ask for help from a man to tie her shoes when it's very clear she can do it herself. It's all a show, and the show is definitely to get the man's attention. Now, when it comes to sex, women use this approach, but in a more alluring and flirty manner. She can decide to be receptive to your sexual advances or be the one to make the advances at you. She can make you feel strong by expressing physical and verbal affection like complimenting your broad shoulders, saying you have strong arms, and even going the length of squeezing your arm. 6. She attempts to kiss you playfully. Another sign to know a woman is turned on is when she playfully tries to initiate a kiss with you. This is not an approach that a lot of women use because they don't want to look too desperate or do too much. There are plenty of reasons why a woman would most likely use this form of approach. It can be a playful way for her to make you know she's interested in you without being aggressive or too forward. She can also use this approach as a way of breaking the ice and creating a more relaxed and playful atmosphere, and mostly to create a sense of lightheartedness and fun and put you at ease and make you feel comfortable with her. This approach solely depends on the particular woman. While most women like to wait and allow the men to do the chasing, other women would boldly cut to the chase and make the work easier for the men, mostly if they think the man is too slow in his approach. 7. She makes physical contact. Physical contact can be an effective way for a woman to communicate her interest to a man and to steer the atmosphere toward the way she's feeling. There are varieties of ways a woman could make physical contact with a man when she's feeling horny. She might subtly or in a more pronounced way touch his hand, arm, or leg, or she might run her fingers through his hair and caress his face. She might also decide to hug him affectionately, hold his hands, or dance with him, which can be a fun and sensual way for a woman to move her body and connect with the man physically. 8. Her tone becomes more feminine. It is apparent that not all women exhibit the same traits or show the same signs when they are horny. However, one of the things that change for most women is their tone. You might start to notice changes in the way she speaks. She may speak in a breathier tone with shorter, quicker breaths and a higher pitch. She may also speak more slowly, taking long pauses and a more measured pace. Her voice may soften with a lower volume and a more gentle and soothing quality. 9. Her temperature rises. There's a range of psychological responses in the body when someone is feeling horny, including hardness of the nipples, wetness, and increased body temperature. This is a common experience for women when they are sexually aroused or turned on. Some people may also experience a flush or redness in the skin, particularly on the face, neck, and chest, as a result of increased blood flow. Also, an increase in temperature can be evident when she starts to sweat heavily or complain about how hot the atmosphere is even if the room is cold. These changes in body temperature are part of the body's natural response to being turned on and are most apparent even in public. 10. She can suddenly become nervous. It is common for people, regardless of gender, to feel nervous when they are turned on because sexual arousal is often accompanied by feelings of vulnerability. When she's turned on, she may feel exposed and susceptible to being judged or rejected. Additionally, she may feel nervous because they are unsure of how to express her desires or boundaries. And many people, especially women, are not taught to openly communicate about their sexual needs and preferences. This can lead to discomfort or fear of expressing one's desires, which can exacerbate feelings of nervousness. A woman may exhibit a trait of nervousness if she's concerned about how you'll react. She might get worried that you might be overly pushy or aggressive, or that you may not respect her boundaries. In the link I put in the description of this video, you can learn 3 tips for using the body language to get the girls you really want to start fantasizing about you, including a technique to make her crave your touch, a technique for getting her to think about kissing you, and a way to make her dream about you all day long. It's powerful, it's practical, and best of all, you can use these techniques right away. You can access the link I put in the description to watch my video now, and be ready to take notes. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.